Good morning, and also good morning to the 450 screens that are watching us at the moment. It's been 2 years since I last addressed the whole community on Yom Kippur in person. Last year it felt very strange to pre-record a message and then spend Yom Kippur at home watching myself give the State of the Union address. It's quite emotional to be back in the building and see so many people here. Just as at the Salichot service, it is so lovely to see members back in the building for the first time, a real Shehecheyanu moment. Since my message last year, EHRS has continued to have a major online presence. Activities for all age groups and services have been available on Zoom and via our website, but also gradually back in the building. I've been amazed and proud of the offerings to the community and the way in which we have expanded what we do in this most challenging of times. Some communities have appeared to stand still during this difficult time, but not us. We have taken the opportunity to assess what we do, to see what needs changing, and to look to the future. Many of our regular activities are back in the building and some new ones have started up. You will have seen an article by Rabbi Mark in L'Dor Vador about our new Together groups, an initiative to organise peer-led activity groups. So, for example, why do we only have a dog walk once a year? If you want to meet fellow dog-owning members for a walk, we'll help put you in touch with them. The idea is that the synagogue will enable you to meet with members with similar hobbies and interests. This may be for short-term projects or just for a social get-together. The aim is for members to meet and get to know other members. So if you have an idea for a group or an interest you'd like to share with others, please contact the office and we'll see how we can help. During lockdown, we have looked at the state of the building. In March, Jewish Care moved out of the community centre after several years. Whilst we were sorry to see them leave, it's given us the opportunity to remodel the downstairs of the building, so giving more space to Nagila and Bookie's babes. More space has meant that Nagila can expand to a full day nursery, offering the little ones breakfast, lunch and tea. It's hoped that these two groups will feed into membership of the community, so growing our numbers of young families. As you've seen in previous editions of the magazine and our week ahead, we've taken on a member of staff specifically aimed at catering for young families and their needs. I want to wish Sarah Costa well in this most important role. We've already seen the benefit of having so many more activities in this area, such as play and stay on Friday mornings, and expanded events for festivals and Cuddle Up Shabbat. Some of you who have only recently returned to 118 will have seen the installation of some of the beautiful windows from the Dainscroft site. For those of you here for the first time since last March, I urge you to take a look in the gallery and the Beit HaMidrash. They are truly wonderful. It is hoped that more will be placed in other sites around the two buildings shortly. A Jewish New Year means new beginnings for so many people. Orot has restarted, with our bar and bat mitzvah classes now meeting on Friday afternoons before Shabbat. We hope that by encouraging our youngsters to attend the service, their whole experience will be enriched. Now is also a new council year. Our AGM will be in person and on the live stream on Sunday the 26th of September, when a new council will be elected. Members have already been sent papers for the meeting, and I have to remind you that our accounts and all other papers and bits and pieces can be found on the website. I will be happy to take questions on any AGM matters before the meeting, and I look forward to seeing many of you there. Your council has recently held a forward strategy day, aimed at looking at where EHRS wants to be in a few years' time, say by 2030. Going forward, we will be looking at how best to use our building, how we attract and aim to keep membership, But probably more important in this changing world, where do we stand on important issues such as diversity and inclusivity, on climate change? What are our values? You will hear more about this as our thoughts become more crystallized and we roll out more programs. If any of you want to raise issues surrounding any of these matters, I'm more than happy to hear from you. Now, I don't usually use this address to thank people, but as this is the first time that so many of us have been together for so long, I feel it is appropriate to say some thank yous, both from myself and on behalf of the community. As I have said, I am so proud of the way the synagogue has faced the challenges of the last 18 months, but we couldn't have done it without so many people. I want to thank Val Joseph and her community care team and band of volunteers who've kept everyone in touch and have been there to hear any and everybody's problems. I want to thank Marion Cohen and everybody in education, both for the children and adults, both formal and informal, who have held the programs together and kept us going with lessons and talks and much, much more on Zoom throughout the time, who even knew what Zoom was back at the beginning of 2020. Thanks must go to our caretaker, Joe, and his team, who have quietly kept the building together in our absence. Huge thanks to Anne Sedan and the choir, who have sang from their homes, from the back of the hall, and finally here in the Bet Tefillah, to keep our services as beautiful as always. And to Ari Cohen and his team of volunteer technicians, who've enabled us to attend services wherever we may be. Thanks also to our team of wardens who have ensured that services run with strange new choreography but still feel like our services. But the biggest thanks must go firstly to Perry Newton and Martine Allen and the admin team who have kept the whole show on the road. And secondly to our extraordinary team of rabbis. When Rabbi Emily left us in January, Rabbi Roberta joined us as a kind of locum. I hope she has enjoyed being at EHRS as much as we have enjoyed having her. And without Rabbis Mark and Debbie, their skill, their warmth, their creativity, and sheer "we can do this" attitude, well, I don't know where any of it would be, so my most heartfelt thanks go to them. As I say, I am thrilled to be back here with so many of you. I hope and pray that next year we will fill in the gaps in the chairs and I will be speaking to a full house. In the meantime, I know that coming back is a big step. Please know that we are here, ready and waiting for the time when you're prepared to take that step. We are here to support you and walk with you all the way. Shana Tova, may it be a good and sweet new year for all of us.